Welcome, friends, to this presentation. In this presentation, we will discuss one commonly used radar system, and that is being known as CW Doppler radar system. This presentation is being prepared and shared with you on my YouTube channel, Learn with Prakash Khanade. So let us understand what we mean by the CW Doppler radar system. CW Doppler radar system is a continuous wave Doppler radar system. CW word stands for the continuous wave. Most of the radar systems are pulse radar systems in which a pulse is transmitted. This pulse, when it is transmitted, will strike the surface of the target and will get reflected back. But it is possible that we can make the use of a continuous wave instead of a pulse. And such radar systems are known as continuous wave radar systems. This is a Doppler radar system because it works on the famous effect known as the Doppler effect. This radar system is basically used to determine the relative velocities of the moving targets. Moving targets such as car or guided missile. You will find that their speed or their velocities can be measured by such radar systems. This radar system, as I said, it works on the principle of Doppler shift. As we know what is Doppler shift, in Doppler shift we know that when the signal is being transmitted from the top, and in case of moving object, this signal strikes the surface of the target and will get reflected back. But when it is reflected, you will find that the phase of the echo pulse goes on continuously changing if the target is continuously moving. And when the phase of the echo pulse continuously changes, it causes change in the frequency. And by measuring this frequency deviation or by measuring this frequency change, we can determine the velocity of the moving target. So this is the basic principle that is being used in the continuous wave Doppler radar system. So let us understand the different blocks that are contained within the Doppler radar system. You will find that this Doppler radar system is a continuous wave Doppler radar system, and therefore this Doppler radar system requires two antennas. One antenna that is a transmitting antenna, and another antenna is a receiving antenna. You will find that this system consists of an IF oscillator. This IF oscillator is a very high frequency oscillator, a microwave oscillator. The popular IF that is being used in the radar system is in megahertz. Say for example, a 30 megahertz intermediate frequency, FI, can be used in the Doppler radar systems. This signal, FI, which is the intermediate frequency signal, is connected to the transmitter mixer. And also, there is another signal which is connected to the transmitter mixer, is a continuous wave transmitter signal. This is also a very high frequency oscillator, and it is also a microwave oscillator. The signal from the transmitter is directly coupled to the transmitting antenna, and the signal from the transmitting antenna is produced in the surrounding air, where it can strike on the surface of the target. Also, this signal is coupled to the transmitter mixer. You know that the mixer circuit will combine these two signals, and at the output of the mixer circuit, we will get a signal, and it is Ft plus Fi, where Ft stands for the transmitting frequency, Fi that stands for the intermediate frequency. So at the output of the mixer, we will get Ft plus Fi. Now when the transmitting antenna transmits a signal, it strikes on the surface of the target, and this signal is reflected back and it is received by the receiving antenna. Now we know that according to the Doppler effect or according to the Doppler shift, when this signal is received at the receiving antenna, there is a slight change in the frequency, and this change in the frequency is being called as an FD, or many times we can use the terminology delta F. So when this signal is received by the receiving antenna, signal is Ft plus or minus Fd or delta F. This change in the frequency is because the target is moving, and because of the motion of the target, you will find that the distance to the target is continuously changing, and therefore when we receive this signal, its frequency is slightly changed and it will be now Ft plus or minus Fd. Now in the receiver mixer, the signal from the transmitter mixer and the signal from the receiving antenna are mixed together, and at the output of the receiver we will get a signal which is Fi plus or minus Fd. So we are interested in this intermediate frequency signal Fi plus or minus Fd. The transmitter signal gets cancelled out in the mixer, and at the output of the receiver mixer we will get a signal Fi plus or minus Fd. This signal is very close to the intermediate frequency signal because the radar intermediate frequency is in megahertz, and the frequency deviation or change in the frequency is only in hertz, and therefore this signal is very close to the intermediate frequency signal. This signal is further amplified by the IF amplifier. So we have 2 to 3 stages of the intermediate frequency amplifier, and this signal is amplified. The strength of this signal is increased by the IF amplifier. The output of the IF amplifier is further coupled to the detector stage. So at the output of the IF amplifier, we will get the same signal, which is at the input Fi plus or minus Fd. The only thing is that the strength of the signal is increased. Now this signal is further coupled to the detector stage. Now we know that the purpose of the detector stage is to demodulate the input signal. So the input signal is demodulated, and at the output of the detector stage, we will get only this difference frequency signal, that is Fd or delta F. And we know that this signal is in audio frequency range, and therefore this signal is further amplified by the audio frequency amplifier, and the frequency change can be indicated, or this delta F can be indicated in the form of a frequency or in the form of a relative velocity. So we can easily compute the relative velocity of the target by noting the frequency change of the received echo pulse. Now let us see one example, one simple example. Now suppose we have a Doppler radar system, CW Doppler radar system, in which the carrier frequency used is 5 gigahertz. And let us assume that our target is moving with a velocity of 100 km per hour. Now we can compute the Doppler frequency or Doppler shift in the frequency, and that is delta f, and that can be given by the formula twice Vr upon lambda, where Vr is the relative velocity and lambda is the wavelength. Now we need to compute lambda. We know that f lambda is equal to c, or lambda is equal to c upon f, where c is the velocity of light, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Frequency used is 5 gigahertz, therefore 5 into 10 to the power 9 hertz. If you compute this ratio, then it will be around 0.6 into 10 to the power minus meter. Now, if you substitute the value of this lambda, and if you substitute the velocity Vr, which is 100 kilometer per hour, and you need to convert this velocity into per second, isn't it? Therefore, meter per second. Therefore, 100 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 60 into 60, isn't it? To convert it into meter per second. And if you substitute these values in this equation, then you can easily get the frequency deviation or change in the frequency. And this change in the frequency is delta f is equal to 925 hertz. So from this example, we can easily understand that our carrier frequency is in gigahertz. It is a microwave frequency, and the target velocity is 100 kilometer per hour. And in such a case, the change in the frequency is very small. It is in the audio frequency range, and it is about 925 hertz. So if we are able to note this change in the frequency, then we can easily compute the relative velocity of the target. So this is a very simple system. Continuous wave Doppler radar system is a very simple system. Easily such system can be constructed, and it has an advantage that its power consumption is also very low. So practically it is possible to install such systems in a simple moving car also, isn't it? And if you allow this car to stand by the road, then by using this radar system, it's practically possible to measure the relative velocities of the speed that are moving along the road. This system gives very accurate measurements. So the targets that are in motion, their relative velocities can be very accurately measured by using such radar systems. You will find that it has a small size. The installation size required is very small, and even it can operate to zero range. That is, as I said, that if you allow this system to get installed nearby a road, then easily you can measure the velocities of the car or speed of the car that are moving along the road. So you will find that practically this system is used in many countries in order to measure the speed of the moving objects. So this is one of the popular radar system that is being used. So thank you friends for viewing this presentation. And as I said earlier also, that if you want to write any comments or if you want some improvements to be made in these presentations, then you are free to write to me.